When it comes to selling your coaching services, you may find yourself a little challenged. I have 3 ideas to share with you in this video that should help you to be more successful when it comes to this crucial conversation. I know many coaches that don't have a sales and marketing background like I do. And when it comes to selling their coaching services, they get anxious, they get uncertain, they worry that they won't handle the conversation well when meeting with a prospect, and therefore they'll lose the possible engagement. Well, I don't want that to happen to you. So I have 3 ideas to share with you that if you fully embrace, I think you'll do better when it comes to selling your services. The first idea is to meet with buyers, not explorers. What do I mean by that? Well, I believe that there are 2 types of people out there that you meet with when you're discussing your coaching services. One is an explorer. The explorer is someone who is actually just kicking around the idea of hiring a coach. They've thought about it. They're somewhat kind of enthused by the idea or intrigued by it, want to learn more. And they want to learn more at your expense. Since you offer a free, no obligation consultation, why not take advantage of it, right? Since I'm just trying to get information, I can learn from this coach. That's an explorer. And when you meet with them, you'll find out pretty quickly that they're an explorer because they don't seem anxious. They don't seem to have any sense of urgency to solve their problem, or they don't even have a problem. There's nothing that they're actually looking to work on. So when they meet with you, most of the questions are geared towards what you do as a coach. How do you help people as a coach? What benefits do people get by working with you? It's more like an interview about executive coaching with you being the interviewee than an actual coach fit call or a discovery session where someone who's actually looking to hire an executive coach wants to meet with you. How can you avoid having calls like this? Well, a few ways that have worked for me. One is be very clear on your website what you do, how you help people, what services you offer, what benefits people accrue from coaching. Answer most of the exploratory questions through content on your website so that people don't have to have a meeting with you. They could actually answer those questions for themselves if they would just take the time to go through your website. Now, of course, some people are going to skip past all that and they're going to end up meeting with you. What I do is I ask people when they schedule a meeting with me to tell me why they specifically want to meet with me. If they say, I'm exploring the idea of executive coaching, that's a tip that they're an explorer. When they're very clear about what they're looking for, such as, I don't have a good relationship with my manager and I want to improve that. Or I've been passed over for a promotion and I'm not sure why, but it may have something to do with me and I want to work on that. Or my sales team is not delivering, and if they don't deliver soon, I might be out of a job, so I want to start with me. Those are problems that are clearly communicated that tell me they're probably not an explorer, but they might actually be a buyer of coaching. So consider having good content on your website, having a questionnaire that people need to fill out before they meet with you, and even be willing to further question them before they meet with you to ensure that they're truly a buyer. And if you get a sense that they're not a good fit for you, that they're an explorer, don't hesitate to cancel the meeting or refuse the meeting. I have done that numerous times. I had someone recently who was clearly exploring, and when I asked them, are you buying or exploring? They actually said, I'm not saying that there is no opportunity, but I am saying that I am exploring mostly. So then I refused the meeting. There was another person that they may have been a buyer, but they didn't seem like a good fit for me. So just because they had scheduled a meeting with me didn't obligate me to keep the meeting. I wrote back to them after a little bit of back and forth and I said, I don't think I'm a good fit for you. So I'm not going to take this meeting. I recommend that you find someone else. And they did. They accepted the cancellation and went off to find someone else. So have the the guts to cancel meetings with people that you think are explorers, or point them to content that helps them understand what is executive coaching and what you offer. And then invite them to come back when they're truly buyers. Buyers are great to meet with because they are actually inclined to do business with you. They're looking for someone like you. So then, what do you do with a buyer? Idea number 2, ensure that there's a big enough problem. If there isn't a big enough problem, then it puts them back into explorer status, and you don't want that. You want them to be a buyer. When they have a big enough problem that they want to overcome, that makes them a buyer. For example, I shared with you some reasons why people explore executive coaching. One of them being, I've been passed over for a promotion. I think it might have something to do with me, and I want to work on it. That's a big enough problem when you're passed over for a promotion. Your career is not advancing. Your salary is not growing. You might be missing out on better perks that come with the next level. Those are problems, right? And you might be demoralized. That's a problem. When you have problems that are big and someone who wants to work on them, then you have idea number 2 in place. When you don't have big enough problems, they're probably going to resist your fees for executive coaching, and they're going to want to think about it because the problem's not that big and your fee actually seems bigger than their problem. It should be the exact opposite. Their problem should be much bigger than your fees. And so your fees seem reasonable in comparison. This is important. If you have a big enough problem, then you get to number 3. Idea number 3 is be detached from the result. When you're meeting with a buyer, know that they are inclined to invest in coaching because they have a big enough problem, right? That you've determined through the conversation. Then you detach from the result and you just offer them information about what you do, how you could help them, how you've helped people like them, what you charge, what's required to be successful in terms of working together, how you'll show up, how you'll expect them to show up, etc. And then you let them just decide without any pushiness, any pressure, right? Because we're not salespeople, we're coaches. And coaches don't pressure their client. Coaches occasionally offer advice, which is what we're doing in this situation. We're offering advice, and that I believe by working with me, you may be able to discover and do something about what's holding you back from getting promoted so that the next time around, you'll be the number 1 choice. How do you feel about that? Would you like to work with me and get to really solving this problem once and for all and being much more confident, capable, and effective as a result? And then we detach. We let them decide. That's coaching. We detach from advice when we offer it, and we let them decide what to do with it. If you follow these 3 ideas, I believe you'll be more successful when it comes to selling your coaching services. Now, if you'd like to learn a lot more, well, there are 2 ways to do it. One is invest in my sales program. I actually developed a sales training program, not just for coaches, really for anyone that really wants to understand sales and how to be effective in sales. Now, it's ideally for people who are in a sales role, but if you see yourself as a person who owns a sales and marketing business that offers coaching as a service, you might gain a lot from the course. We'll post a link in the description so you can see the course for yourself and if it might be right for you to invest in. Now, you might want to just learn more about sales and marketing as well as how to be a very effective coach. In that case, I'd recommend that you attend my next in-person executive coach training and certification seminar as offered by the Center for Executive Coaching, where I'm a faculty member. Or you can enroll in any one of our programs and learn about sales and marketing. We have lots of great resources and information on sales and marketing to help you be successful as an executive coach on your own, working independently. So consider investing further in one of these 2 directions, or if you just have a simple question, post it in the comments below or email me at michael@bayexecutivecoach.com and I'd be happy to answer it for you. Please like the video if it's helped you, comment on it, share it with others, and of course, subscribe to the channel because there are more videos on the way to help you be a successful coach. Thank you very much.